Good morning and welcome to 5 Minutes on the High Seas. And we are blessed this morning to have Mr. Jack Casady, who needs no introduction, joining us for a quick 5 minutes. So good morning, Jack. How are you?
Hi there.
Were you out doing, I hear that you are quite a fitness buff. Were you out on the track?
I didn't make the promenade. I made the gym on board, which is a nice gym, and so I'm all happy with that. It's pretty hot out in the sun here.
Yeah, so
we're off the coast of the Progressive today, but I did manage a trip into the Mayan ruins in Belize, and that was a lot of fun. But tonight's a show night, so we're getting ready pretty soon to set up for the theater here on board the Norwegian Jade.
Is this your first jam cruise? Your first time on the boat?
Yes.
And what is it like playing at sea? Have you played on the boat, or would this be the most unique? What's the most unique place you've ever played a show?
Oh, well, you know, there's all kinds of unique places, but I've never played at sea before, so in that sense, it's pretty unique.
Speaking of unique, you and Yorma have been friends almost 50 plus years now. So 60 years. Yes. Do you remember when you met?
We had a band together in 1958 when I was 14, he was 17.
That's pretty special. And what's it like to have this musical brothership that's, stood the test of time?
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's really something now that we put this many years together exploring music individually and collectively. And it's great. It's great. I think we're playing better than ever and having more fun than ever.
Speaking of fun, what's coming up?
Than ever too, So we're doing about generally 70 to 100 concerts a year, pretty much.
And that's really never stopped. Like, has there never been a year where you haven't performed that many shows?
Maybe I think a total of about 3 years that we didn't perform together much back in the late 70s, and that was about it for our career.
And then you've been there playing together ever since. What is the key to keeping music so fresh and new, where your fans are coming, and for you guys keeping it new, playing together? So how do you keep it new after all this time?
I think you just, I think you have to play in the moment. You have to play tonight's music tonight. And, we're going to play, speaking of tonight, Saturday night, the 19th of January here, 2019. We're going to play at the theater here tonight. And, that's the most important concert for me ever. And that's how I look at it. Both Norm and I look at it. That chance to be on stage, that's the time. You stay in the moment, and I think that keeps the music fresh.
And you bring in a lot of special guests along the Hot Tuna Tour to come with you, like Kim Ock. And
we do it at different times. This last year, Steve has been playing with us in part of our Electric Hot Tuna Trio. Steve's been joining us for pretty much the second half of the evening, or a few times throughout the evening. And Leslie Mendelson will join us tonight with a few songs, because she's on board, and there's 25 bands on board, or whatever, acts or bands or groups of people. So it's just too good, and it is a jam cruise. So we're allowing ourselves to open up and play freely with different people and see how it works out.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. What's coming up for Hot Tuna? Some tour dates people can find at your website, which is hottuna.com.
Yes, if you go on hottuna.com, you can see what we're up to. There's the list. We've got a massive electric tour towards the end of the summer, August and September. But until then, we'll be playing a number of different shows throughout the year, and different combinations, quite a few acoustic shows as well.
Awesome. People are in for some good music. Speaking of good music, you recently, I saw, guested on a new album from the Ace of Cups, which I guess were some friends of yours from back in the day, and now have their first album coming out. So can you tell us a little bit more about the ladies of the Ace briefly?
Oh, that's great. Denise Kaufman and the gang. They
You're smart. Learn this.
It's okay. Obviously, when you're 5 minutes on the high seas.
Exactly.
So just we'll excuse our friend. Yes. We'll just hold on 1 second.
We'll let them finish their show.
And back to our regularly scheduled program.
Exactly. Well, Dan Shea and Denise Kaufman, Denise is an Ace of Cups producer, inquired about whether I would like to play on their album, and they asked if you want me to play as well. So I said yes. You want me to say yes, and there's different cuts we both play on individually on the album. It's a lot of fun, and to hook up back with those guys was great. They played some shows with us with Jefferson Airplane back in the day, but as the story goes, they never got a chance to really put much down on tape, except for a few live shows here. So this time they got to do a proper album or two, albums worth of material, and have various friends play on it. So I got a chance to do, I think I worked on 5 songs, and I think 3 made it to the album. So,
awesome. I hear that they used to hang out with you at the Heliport back in the day, with everyone.
Everybody hung out with everybody because it was a small city and nobody was famous here. So those shows that we did in San Francisco, that's what the charm was, of course, that left when it was advertised and everybody from everywhere came to San Francisco. But, we were the local bands and we all checked each other out and sat in with each other and you weren't working a lot. So you were writing and working on your material, rehearsing a lot. And then you play the gigs, and then when other people play the gigs, you go check them out. So it was very open and very friendly that way.
Sounds like a magical time in music. I wish I was a little bit younger. So the last round, we'll take a few minutes for our fast fire round. Yes. I'll ask you some quick questions. So the first thing is, what's your favorite food?
Oh, Lord. Good food.
That's the best answer of all these interviews. What's your favorite color?
For a long time, it was various shades of purple.
And if you were stuck listening to one song on loop forever and ever on a desert island,
whatever
can you pick one?
I'd probably go insane.
And the last one, if you had to recommend some new music, what are you listening to these days in the car, on your workouts?
I listen to all kinds of music. I like to just, troll through compilations. I listen to a lot of singer-songwriter music, a lot of electronic music, a lot of world music. I just kind of like to search. I make a point to, about every 3 months, I just download music I don't know much about at all, and make a package for myself, 50 or 100 songs. And I do a lot of hiking, a lot of bike riding. So while I'm out on a 2 or 3 hour hike, I'll plug in and put everything on shuffle and see what comes up and how I like it, and it kind of gets me off into different areas.
Well, thank you so much. That's a fantastic idea. So you viewers at home, maybe try that. Go download 50 random songs, listen to them, learn something new. It's been great to see you on the boat, great to see you on stage. I have some amazing shots of you jumping, getting air, and it's fantastic. And we love you guys. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much, Rachel.
Have a great day. Bye.